Hey there, my name is Britt Harvey. I'm the Health and Wellness Educator at the University of Manitoba. Welcome to the university. So I'm here to tell you a little bit about myself and the office and what we do. So I'm a registered nurse, and myself and the student staff, Rebecca, who you'll meet in another video, support students for a variety of health and wellness issues while you're a student on campus. We can help support you if you're struggling with any kind of mental health issues, if you have questions about sexual health or substance use, or basically anything that you're concerned or you're struggling with as a student. We're here to help and support you with that. So if you are looking for how to contact us, please go to the Health and Wellness website. You can find out how to contact us there, and you can find a little bit more about what we offer. So I really hope that you enjoy your time as a student, but I know that it can be challenging too. So that's what this office is here for. It's really to help support you with whatever you need, whatever your goals are, and whatever you're going through at this particular time. So welcome again, and hope to connect with you throughout the year, and good luck in your studies. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Rebecca. I'm a student at the University of Manitoba. I'm also the Health and Wellness Program Assistant. I'm the main contact for Healthy U. I answer students' questions, and I work on projects with the Health and Wellness Educator. I'm working towards my BA in Psychology Honors with a minor in Women's and Gender Studies, and in my spare time I enjoy theatre and dance.
The University of Manitoba Sexual Violence Resource Centre offers confidential support to students, staff, and faculty members who have experienced sexual violence and who are looking for resources and assistance in addressing the impact that experience has on their lives. Whether you are looking for support for yourself or you are supporting someone else, we are here to assist in whatever way is best for you. Staff at the SVRC follow a Your Care, Your Choice model. This survivor-centered approach means that the needs and the wishes of the person accessing services is central to every encounter. Staff at the SVRC also work from a trauma-informed perspective. This means that the staff are aware of the physical, psychological, and emotional impact of trauma on survivors, and take steps to ensure that they provide an environment that promotes safety, trust, and personal agency. They also avoid oppressive practices, so people seeking services will never be coerced or pressured to take any particular course of action. All contact with the SVRC is confidential, and you can choose what information you share with our staff. The decision on next steps is entirely yours. We are here to support and empower community members in making informed decisions about their care and ensuring they have the best information on available resources and their options moving forward. There are some cases in which we are legally obligated to report an incident, for example, if someone under the age of 18 is being mistreated, but staff will ensure these limits of confidentiality are clear to the person seeking services before every new intake. Staff at the Sexual Violence Resource Centre are available to provide information about on-campus resources for students, staff, and faculty members. We can assist in referring students to resources such as student counseling, student advocacy and case management, spiritual care, and the University Health Service, amongst others. We have information on resources for staff and faculty as well, including the Employee and Family Assistance Program, and we can assist all members of the university community in connecting to off-campus resources helpful to their situation. Students, staff, and faculty members can access counselors with specialized training in sexual violence on-site at the Sexual Violence Resource Centre through our partnership with Clinic Community Health. Because sexual violence disproportionately impacts some community members at a higher rate, we provide information on diverse community resources which offer specialized assistance to women, gender nonconforming individuals, those who identify as Black, Indigenous, or otherwise racialized, to us LGBTQIA+ communities, those who live with disabilities, and other identity groups that are at risk for experiencing higher levels of sexual violence. We can assist U of M community members by providing information and support on the resources and options for their specific situation. We can also help with reporting options through the Office of Human Rights and Conflict Management at the U of M Security Services, the Winnipeg Police Service, or the RCMP, if this feels right for you. Sexual violence has the potential to impact many parts of our lives, and we can assist if this experience has affected your work, study, or home life. For example, we can provide you with information and support on safer housing options, emergency financial assistance, protection orders, academic or workplace accommodations. We can also assist students, faculty, and staff members who are providing support to others. We are available to consult with the U of M community members who are worried about friends, students, family, or colleagues with lived experiences, and we also offer consultations with staff and faculty members on how they can support students and create a culture of consent within their programs. Talking about sexual violence can be difficult, and it is our goal to create a space and service that feels accessible, safe, and empowering for those seeking support. You can reach out to the SVRC staff in whatever way feels best for you: phone, email, or during drop-in hours when the campus is open. Please check the website for the most up-to-date drop-in hours, which change according to semester. SVRC staff can be contacted by phone at 204-474-6562 or by emailing svrc@umanitoba.ca. Both email and phone are confidential, and we will respond to your inquiry as soon as we can. If you require immediate assistance for an urgent matter, you can access community support 24/7 by calling the Clinic Sexual Violence Line at 1-888-292-7565. If you have experienced any form of sexual violence, know that it's not your fault and that you are not alone. Talking to someone you can trust can be very helpful in meeting your needs and in feeling a sense of safety and support. Many faculty and staff members across our campuses are equipped to receive disclosures of sexual violence, including the staff at the SVRC. Please don't hesitate to reach out. Services and supports are always available.
Hi everyone, welcome to this orientation session for University 1, focusing and looking at in more detail spiritual care services, the nature of this kind of support for students, and also the programming that it offers. My name is Edgar French, and I'm the Spiritual Care Coordinator for the U of M. Delighted to be able to give you a little bit of an overview, a summary of the work that I do, the support that I provide to students. I also want to just take the opportunity to maybe invite you to consider this as a first step in engaging and exploring more of what spiritual care has to offer, kind of like a first course, if you will, on spiritual care. And hopefully we can keep the conversation going, maybe connect and follow up. So briefly, what I want to do today is give you, as I said, a digest version of the work that I do, what it's about, and do that by looking at the relevance of spirituality, spiritual well-being for young adults. You as first-year students who are embarking into this new journey of your educational lives. And so pausing to think about how spiritual wellness relates to you now and its place. I'd also like to unpack this concept of what we mean by spirituality, knowing very well that it is a complex concept. It's something that people have varying opinions on, which is very much understandable. And so my hope is that I could distill a little bit of what that is meant in our context here on campus. And finally, giving you a sense of the nuts and bolts of what spiritual care is about, what you can expect in the care that I would provide for students. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Typically, when I show this picture to students, it's a time that we have to converse and to engage around feelings, thoughts, impressions of how this picture, sits with students, what they think about it. The interesting thing is, I typically get a mixed response. So for some, when students look at this, there's this level of excitement, of anticipation, of a thrill, embarking on some kind of new journey and adventure with possibilities and opportunities. And so it's framed in a positive way. For other students, the framing is definitely different. It evokes impressions and feelings of uncertainty, fear, anxiety. So which path do I take, right? There's apprehension, tentativeness. What if I take the wrong path, and how will I know that I'm on the wrong path or the right path? Where is this path going to lead me? Am I going to be happy, fulfilled, content at the end of this destination? What will I meet in the course of this journey? So questions that come up. I love this exercise because, in many ways, it's so true. It's such a reflection of our lives, and particularly of the student life, that in the course of your journey here at the U of M, you will have a variety of experiences, both positive, life-giving, exciting, but also ones that are difficult and challenging and drain the life from you. And that's okay. Part of this then is, particularly when facing the difficulties, but not necessarily, sometimes in times when things are going well for you, is to begin to address big questions around your identity, your sense of who you are, your sense of purpose, right? How you want to journey, what's the outcome that you're looking for, meaning and significance in your life. And invariably, this is where I come in the picture, potentially, where I can support students as they seek ways of reasonably and effectively resolving or addressing some of these questions and these unknowns. And if not being able to do that just yet, finding ways for themselves of living with the questions, not distancing yourself from them, but actually leaning into them. And in doing so, finding that the answer, to these difficulties do arise. So when you think about the place of spirituality, what does this have to do, right? What does this experience of kind of living both with possibility and uncertainty have to deal with spirituality? Well, a lot, because in the process of becoming more aware of these questions that arise and these uncertainties, you begin to address your own spiritual well-being. For many of us, we do this without even being conscious of it. And so part of what we, as care providers here at the university is, encourage you to have these, to think about these questions, to find ways of addressing them, and, if it would help, to engage with others, with people like myself, to begin to formulate these answers. The person that you're seeing on the screen is James Baldwin, an American author, poet, civil rights activist, and leader. Someone who has done an incredible amount of thinking and work around issues of justice and racial discrimination and racism. Someone who in our day and times, his voice and his insights we're going back to, because he's got a lot to say to our own present situation, even 50 years plus from when he started talking and writing and doing work. In any case, this quote here, I think, really does speak to the necessity and the importance to be proactive in our spiritual wellness. One of the ways that he defines that, I feel, is, by talking about the interior life, that aspect of our lives that make up our dreams, our hopes, our aspirations, our sense of purpose, our sense of direction in our lives, our values. Think of it, this filter that you have, and in some ways that encapsulates what we mean by spirituality. It looks very unique. It looks very distinct from person to person, but as a whole, that's what it means to engage in spiritual wellness. And what Baldwin points to is the importance of not neglecting, or of not neglecting that, of actually paying attention to that part of who we are as human beings, that the interior life or the spiritual life is a real life, is a very practical, consequential aspect of what it means to be a human being, that all those dreams, those aspirations, those values that we have a direct impact on how we live, on the choices that we make, and also how we impact others around us. And so it's important at this stage of your life, as you're setting, in this journey, that aspect of your well-being is addressed. So what can you expect, say, if you were to reach out and you were to ask for help? A spiritual practitioner, as I said to you, is in many ways someone who kind of walks with you along that journey and helps you become more attuned to those questions that arise in you, and helps you find ways of addressing and responding and answering them. And we do that, as I'm showing here, by assessing how these challenges impact your spiritual health, and inversely, how your spiritual health can be of a tool, right? A form of resilience to deal with these difficulties. We provide attentive, reflective listening, getting to know you beyond just your challenges and problems. Being supportive in helping you on this search, on this quest for meaning. Getting creative in terms of, arranging exercises and rituals and practices that are conducive to your individuality, but that might help you garner some of this wellness and health that you're looking for. So in terms of when might it be helpful to engage with spiritual care, asking questions, really any time. But if you're thinking about specifics, these are some considerations to keep in mind. So whenever there is some form of loss, challenge, crises, that challenges puts into question your belief system, what you know about yourself, what you know about life in general. And university will do that inevitably. You don't have to be in a crisis. University will challenge that lens, that your perceptions of who you are and what the world is like. And that can be disconcerting. That can be anxiety inducing. So it might help to talk with someone. Spiritual care can be there to help you discover that inner potential to deal with those challenges, those resources. It can help you to find not only that discovery, but to be courageous to, whenever that way of thinking now, in some ways becomes outmoded for you, doesn't work anymore, you grow out of it. How can you stand authentically, without having to rely on some of those old ways of thinking or of, living your life? Again, if you're very intentional about doing this work, you don't need to be in a form of crises or loss. You can definitely connect. And then grief work around, loss and the death of whether it's a loved one or you're coming to grips with your own finality and mortality as a human being. So just to name a few. To reach out, the best thing to do during this time of distance learning, virtual learning, is to give me a call. Email me at the spiritual care address, and keep your eye out, stay connected and updated to the different programs, workshops that spiritual care provides. Best bet is to go to the U of M website, look under their student supports, and you'll find spiritual services. We're always updating the website to make sure that students are aware of things that are happening, not only through my department, but also from the other spiritual care providers that are here on campus and that are also providing services remotely. I connect with students over the phone or over a safe video chat platform. So again, I encourage you to avail yourself of this form of support. You don't need to be, again, in a place of crisis. If you want to learn more, you're curious about it, this 5, 7, 10-minute overview didn't really cut it, by all means, I encourage you to reach out and let's have a conversation. I want to wish you a great start of your year, all the best as you embark on this journey, and have a great experience.
Hi, and welcome to the University of Manitoba. We're here today to talk about Student Accessibility Services, an office that supports students with disabilities. We support students with disabilities, such as a learning disability, anything physical or mobility related, medical or chronic illness, mental health or mental illness, acquired brain injury, hearing loss, vision, or temporary disabilities. We provide academic accommodations and confidential supports to students. You can set up your plan here at the University of Manitoba by contacting our office to make an appointment. providing medical documentation from a registered health professional, a link has been provided on the slide to our form, and then talking with an accessibility coordinator to create an individual plan based on your medical documentation, the university standards across Canada, and your experiences as a student. We will also discuss your program's academic requirements and potentially refer you to some programs and supports we have in our office. Contact us early to make sure that we have your plan in place for the start of term. You can set up your plan here at the University of Manitoba by contacting. Once you've created your plan, a letter of accommodation will be sent to your instructor or professor to outline your academic accommodations. Academic accommodations are supports and services put into place to assist you in being successful throughout the term. These accommodations can include things like test and exam accommodations, which are extended time or alternate space for you to take your tests. Also, volunteer note-taking, which is sharing notes with another student in your class confidentially. American Sign Language interpretation, and potentially transcriptionists, which are two staff who take notes as close to word for word as possible and share them with you. We also have assistive technology available, which can include things like Kurzweil, Dragon, Read and Write, or Zoom Text to assist you in your studies. We have an assistive technology lab that will reopen when campus reopens, where students can access this technology for free and also have a study space. Additionally, we can provide alternate formats for your course materials, such as textbooks, in Braille, audio, e-text, and other forms as needed. We do offer assistance in planning for practicum or clinical experiences to make sure that you're supported and make sure that the barriers are reduced as much as we possibly can. These academic accommodations don't include everything that the office can do. We also have a number of programs available to you, such as a mentor program where you're paired up with another student to talk about things in higher level courses or support that you might need as you continue through your program. I'll continue on to the Contact Us slide and wish you the best for your fall term. You can contact us at the website at umanitoba.ca, following the links through to student accessibility. Our phone number is 204-474-7423, or our email address, student_accessibility@umanitoba.ca. In time, you can also access our office at 520 UMSU University Centre once campus has reopened. We look forward to meeting with you. Have a great day.
Student advocacy is a free and confidential support for students. Our goal is to ensure students are treated fairly during their time here at the U of M. The U of M is big and complex, and students may encounter situations in which they need help, but they don't know what to do or what their rights are. Our student advocates can assist students with understanding these complex university policies and procedures. We can help you understand what your rights and responsibilities are in various situations. A student advocate works similarly to that of an ombudsperson, but the student advocates are not neutral. They represent the perspective of the student. Student advocates will meet with students to discuss their situation and provide guidance on what options they have to address or resolve the situation. Student advocates can help resolve matters both informally or through formal processes. Because we are a confidential office, we will not inform anyone that you have contacted us unless we have your permission to do so. For example, we would not inform your instructor, your faculty, or even your parents unless you have given us permission to. One area that we assist students with is academic matters. For example, if a student feels they were not graded fairly in a course, they can seek advice on a grade appeal. Sometimes, students encounter medical or compassionate circumstances that interfere with their ability to complete academic work. In these cases, a student advocate could review options for special withdrawals or leaves of absence. In some cases, students may be eligible for a fee refund if they withdraw due to these circumstances. We also assist students with discipline matters. For example, if they have received an allegation of plagiarism or cheating, a student advocate can provide guidance and support through that process. We can help students prepare for discipline meetings and attend with the student. Once a student receives a decision, the student advocate can review and advise students of options, such as appeals. If at any point you run into circumstances that you feel are unfair, that are affecting your academic work, or if you receive a letter from the university, please contact our office to meet with a student advocate to seek help with your situation. It's important that students reach out as soon as they are encountering any issues or if they have questions. The sooner we know about the situation, the more options are available for us to assist you. Please refer to our contact information on the slide. The U of M also has a case management team. Our staff are social workers who can assist students in crisis or who are experiencing multiple challenges in their life and need assistance with coordinating support from both on or off-campus resources. When we are experiencing difficulties, it's hard to know where to go for help or what is available. As a U of M student, you just need to connect with one of our staff from case management who will help you through all of this so you don't have to figure it out on your own. We can assist students with a variety of issues, including health or mental health, housing, food, transportation, financial, or employment. If students are dealing with immigration or legal issues, someone from our case management team can provide support through those situations and help connect students to the appropriate services. We can also assist any students who have experienced sexual violence or are in need of safety planning. We hope that your time here is healthy and safe, but sometimes circumstances occur that are beyond our control. Please know that you can get the help you need from case management. We wish you all the best in your studies here at the U of M.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the University of Manitoba. My name is David Ness, and I'm the Director of the Student Counseling Center here at the University of Manitoba. I'm going to take a few moments to share a little bit about our services so that you can be aware of these should you need some help during the upcoming year. The most important thing to say about us is that we offer free counseling for students and only students, and it is confidential. Our records are independent of every other record that exists on or off campus, and this means that if you come to see us, that your privacy will be protected. Our main office is located at 474 UMSU University Center. Right now, all of our services are offered remotely due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but hopefully at some point during the upcoming year, we will return to in-person services. Our services are offered right now by telephone and video. Now, in terms of our services, the primary services that we offer to students are counseling workshops, counseling groups, and one-on-one counseling. Now, counseling workshops, as you can see from this slide, are usually one-time sessions that include teachings on specific topics such as stress management, conflict resolution, self-esteem, relationships, and meditation. Our workshops will help you build strategies and skills for managing difficulties you're experiencing. Check our website to see a detailed brochure describing all of our workshops for the upcoming year. We have many workshops, and we're quite happy with the menu we've provided for students this year. To register for a workshop, please call our reception at 204-474-8592, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Counseling groups are a little bit different than workshops in that you have a group of students, the same students meeting weekly for some period of time, 5 to 8 weeks, with a professional counselor and getting more in-depth focus on topics and needs. The focus may be depression, anxiety, relationship breakup. We have many different groups focused on a variety of different topics. Again, please check our brochure that's online to learn more about the groups coming up for the year, and you can also register by contacting our reception for the groups. So just to differentiate, workshops are usually one-time sessions. There's not as much personal sharing. There's a lot of learning and skill development, helps you manage your difficulties. Groups, certainly you will develop skills, but there's more in-depth sharing. There's more connection happening. It's the same group of students meeting for some period of time. Finally, and perhaps the most popular service we offer is individual counseling. If you're interested in individual counseling or unsure of what help is best, please contact our reception and request an initial intake session. This is the required first step before being provided individual counseling. Our receptionist will schedule you, and then we will be able to assess your needs to make a recommendation for what type of service to provide. In addition to the basic services of workshops, groups, and individual counseling, We do offer some other services, including outreach programming. For us, what we mean by outreach programming is that we go outside of our office and offer something to a group of students or individuals. Sometimes we go into a class and do a session, a workshop, or a presentation. Sometimes it's a small group of students, a leadership group that would like us to come and address some topic. If this is something you're interested in for you and your group of friends or students, please contact myself, the SEC director, at our reception number, and we can have a conversation about what you're looking for and whether or not we can help you out. We also offer consultation services. Students can contact us at any time to talk about concerns they have for someone else in their life, such as another student. And this is quite common because quite often you'll pick up on difficulties that a friend or a classmate, a lab partner is having, but you might not be sure of what to do. If this is the case, feel free to contact us. If you don't provide us the student's name or any identifying information, we won't know who they are, so you're protecting their privacy, and we can have a conversation about how best to respond and what to offer the student. Finally, what I want to share right now is that if you are in high distress and you really need to talk to someone immediately, like this is urgent, you can't wait. You don't want to schedule an appointment, you want to talk to someone right away. We do encourage you to use one of the 5 crisis resources we have listed on this slide. All of these can be helpful. You can see some have a specific focus, like the Sexual Assault Crisis Line, but many are more general. So certainly please use these if you're feeling like you need to talk to someone right away. It's difficult for us to provide that service because of our limited resources, and that's why we encourage students to use the crisis resources. So in a nutshell, we want you to know that counseling help is available, free, and just for students, and we tailor our programs to student needs. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to check our website, review that, contact us, and we'll see what we can do to help. And we hope that you have a fantastic first year.